Hey, Dr. Karen Can here with another edition of the Spiritual Medicine Digest. There's a lot of seriousness going on, so I thought I would wear my silly shirt today. I keep my job so I can pay for skating, which is not really true, at least not anymore, because I don't really have a job. Anyway, I'm just glad this t-shirt still fits me. Yay! Those of you with ascension related fluid weight gain, you'll know what I mean by the yay. All right. Kidding aside, some things that have happened this week that I want to share with you. Number one is there is a brand new evolved morphic field of self-reliance. Now, if you have been following along with Topocan Healing or have level 1 healing training, you'll see there's a self-reliance right here in Topocan Healing Guide number 2, which is the positive blueprints that we can download to ourselves. So for whatever reason, this is announcing itself to us that there's a brand new evolved self-reliance morphic field. So I'm like, okay, great. So you can download that to yourself right now. You can just go ahead and just make that intention, ask your God team to download and activate it in you, or you can do the command. So I now command this most evolved morphic field of self-reliance be downloaded and activated in me in the highest and best way. Thank you. Well, the big news, of course, this week is the tendency to what we call multi-proxy, a new term. Yes, a new term. Okay, so what is multi-proxying? Well, multi-proxying is when energetically you can actually run somebody else's energy through your energetic body and process their stuff. Now, the empaths probably are like, uh-oh, it's bad enough as it is, as I'm feeling other people's stuff and I'm automatically, processing their stuff. This makes it seemingly worse because you can do that for multiple people. So literally, by the way, if you did take my internal muscle testing webinar on Wednesday, you'll know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about proxying. So when you say your name in your muscle test, you'll get a no on muscle test. And when you say someone other than your name, you'll get a yes. And if you're multi-proxying, it could be between like 2 people to like hundreds of people, we found out this week. So can you imagine going through and processing hundreds of people's stuff through your energetic body? Is it going to affect your physical body on some level? Probably, because the energetic body is connected to the physical body, connected to all the other parts of you. So yeah, it's going to cause definitely some nervous system imbalance or stress, which would be very common because we're not used to doing that kind of thing. Now, the likelihood that you've been multi-proxying is higher, supposedly, if you are a light being star seed, which is the highest, about 32%. Oh, actually, I should double check. I didn't ask about empaths. Let me just check in with source. What's the likelihood of people multi-proxying, say, in the last 5 days? If they're an empath, 50, 40, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I was incorrect. So that's the highest. If you're an empath, currently an empath, you had a 42% likelihood that at some point in the last 5 days, you've been multi-proxying for more than one other. And that could be, we've had people with planets multi-proxying for suns, people, all sorts of different things. So the planets were interesting. So that was like 40-something% for empaths, 32% if you're a light being starseed in this timeline. Let's see what it was. 21% for starseeds who were not light beings but embodied starseeds prior to being incarnated here. About 10% likelihood of being multi-proxying if you're an earth angel. And interestingly, 0 or near 0 for indigos. So I'm not really sure why, but that's the answer I was getting. So, the cool thing is if you on muscle testing or internal muscle testing, which we taught you Wednesday in the free class, if your yes and no is appropriate, so yes is yes, no is a no, you can actually do a whole line of questioning like third person. So say your name is Mary Jones. When you say show me yes, you get a strong response. Show me no, you get a weak response. If you say my name is Mary Jones, you get a weak response. Okay, so that means you're proxying. In this case, you would use your yes and no's, and you would, say, is Mary Jones proxying? So you don't say me or I. Is Mary Jones proxying for another? And then in this case, you would get a yes, and then you would say, well, how many others is Mary Jones proxying for? More than 10, less than 10, more than 100, less than 100. You can get to some sort of number. At least you know that, Mary Jones, who, is your body, but you can't say I because you're multi-proxying for others, is proxying. So that's kind of my, way of doing that. And by the way, if you did miss the internal muscle testing class and you want to take it, well, if you registered, the replay has already been sent to you through the email. If you're part of the Supercharge Your Healing Powers event, the live event in September, if you're coming to that, this is actually going to be a bonus for you, and it's going to be in your student portal in the near future, and you'll be able to have access to that to review. Yeah, fun. Okay, so the multi-proxying is a big deal. So now you're like, oh, now what do I do with that, right? Well, it depends on each person. So this has come up for a number of people. Sometimes if it's, you can ask, is multi-proxying for Mary Jones for the highest good? If it's not, then you could do a correction for that. You could definitely, if you're part of our Light Warriors support group Facebook page, you can definitely, check in and say, hey, I think I'm multi-proxying. What should I do? Sometimes it's different for different people. Some people need to understand something, know something. Some people have a vulnerability and they have to heal that. Some people need a positive morphic field and download that. So it doesn't seem to be just one thing. But I can tell you that this multi-proxying thing is related to the ascension process. So if you've seen any of my other videos, when we ascend or increase our vibratory rate, we actually become more gifted. So our spiritual gifts actually expand. And then this means we can actually process a lot of stuff through our energy bodies. Before, we were just proxying for one person or one thing at a time, if we were proxying at all. Now, not only is this happening automatically sometimes with ascension upgrades, which is a little disturbing for people, trying to run their lives, in a calm way. Now we can do it for multiple people. So it's something that just after being acknowledged, sometimes that may be enough. And sometimes you may not have to proxy at all. But if you are proxying, one of the tips I have, aside from what I already shared about checking whether you're multi-proxying or not, is that you can go ahead and direct healing to all those that you're proxying for. To elevate their vibration, and you don't even have to know who they are. You can just do a Topocan healing command and, direct energy healing to all of them. If you have my Ascension 1 and 2 all-in-one MP3 healing MP3s, you can go ahead and say, I now command Ascension 1 and 2, all those energies be directed to all those that I'm proxying for. And sometimes that'll just finish whatever it is you are helping them heal, and then you'll be let go of your role to be proxying for another. So we could go on proxying, talking about proxying for a while, but I just kind of gave you the quick summary of that. So a couple of announcements. If you are on the Light Warrior support group, my private page, I just put up a poll as to what topic you want discussed and do training on and healings on. Both for the Light Warrior Revolution program, which is a monthly membership program, as well as the open public Light Warrior radio segment of the mini healings that I do each month. So I would love your input on that. So check out for that poll in the group. And also, if you're around Monday at noon, I hope you are, because I'm going to be interviewing the amazing Jen Oliver. She is one of our mentors at Wellness Leadership Academy, and also an amazing international best-selling author of the Love Fit Mama Way, Transforming the Core of Motherhood. So if you are a mom or you know a mom who's a little frazzled, stressed out, and that kind of thing, Jen Oliver is an amazing coach and teacher that'll help you and mentor to help you get to the core of who you really are, really enjoy your life and your kids. So you can check out her book on Amazon, and we are going to have her live here on the show at 12 noon Eastern on Monday. So if you're on the mailing list at KarenCan.com, you'll get an exact link on how you can call in and ask Jen some questions and get some coaching from her. Yay! Super exciting, right? Yeah, so join us Monday for that show, and I really, really look forward to it. So if you are watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit subscribe if you're not already part of my YouTube community. And if you're not part of the Facebook community, even if you haven't bought any programs from me or anything like that, but are interested in the Light Warrior work that our community does for each other, with each other, you can check out our Light Warrior Network community, which is a free community to join to get some support on Facebook. So check it out, Light Warrior Network. Okay, great. Well, until next time, I will talk to you later. Lots of love. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye.